Hey folks, Shadeslay here, back in the Horizons Arcology again, where we are continuing our journey through the Witchery mod for the Minecraft Feed the Beast Horizons mod pack. Now, last week we took a look at distilling, and after the last few weeks we've been getting together lots and lots of ingredients. So let's pop distilling up on our to-do list, because that is now done, so we can tick that off. And I think, after all the hard graft that we've put in, it's about time that we had a little bit of fun. So, what should we do? I reckon today we will take a look at brewing. Right, so what are we going to need to do to crack on with brewing? Well, we've got almost all of the ingredients that we need, so that's the good news. We're also going to need to build ourselves a kettle this week as well. But first, just over here to the left of the altar, I've built ourselves a little fire pit where we can put our kettle once we've made it. It's nice and close to the altar, because it needs to draw power from that to create potions. Other things I've done, I've created a little bit of a water source here, so we can get some water for our potions, because we're going to need plenty of that. So, shall we get started? Okay, we're going to need to make ourselves a kettle, and for that we're going to need one of these attuned stones that you make using the lava, diamond and the whiff of magic. We're going to need to make a cauldron, so we want 7 iron ingots for that. We need 3 string, and we need some sticks as well, so we'll take a couple of these oak planks. First things first, we'll make the cauldron, so that's just a U shape made out of iron ingots, and there's our cauldron. Then we will pop our oak planks in and get some sticks, and now we can make our kettle. So we put the sticks in the top left and right, like so. Then we put the string top middle, and then the left and right. The attuned stone goes in the middle, and then the cauldron goes at the bottom. And this is going to give us a kettle. There we go. So we can use this now to start brewing up some potions. Right, let's go and place it down next to the altar, just above our fire pit. Now you'll see when we put it down, just right click, and it's an odd shaped block. It's got that kind of crossbar across the top. I've just put some nether brick fences either side of it, just so it doesn't look too silly, just hanging there on its own. I suggest you don't use wooden fence posts. I tried that. Once you get the fire going, oh, chaos. So, talking of fire, we're going to need to get ourselves a flint and steel. Now, you can use anything to light the fire, but I'm going to use netherrack. You can put down wood, or obviously anything that catches fire, but to be honest, they don't last long. If you put down wood, for example, it's going to last, 20 seconds, maybe a minute if you're lucky. If you put down netherrack, it's going to burn indefinitely, so you're going to have to pop into the nether, grab yourself a block of that, then hot foot it out of there. So we've got this hole underneath where we're going to put the netherrack, and then we're going to light it with our flint and steel, and hey, we've got a fire going. Now you also want to make sure you're careful of what's around your fire, because I tried this up on the roof, and I set fire to the grass, there were trees on fire, there were flames everywhere, I had to use buckets of water. Absolute nightmare. Speaking of buckets of water, I'm going to grab 3 more iron out of here, and we'll make ourselves a bucket, because we're going to need to fill up our kettle. So there we go, got ourselves a bucket. Now the fire underneath the kettle isn't just to make it look good, you do actually need that to make the kettle work. So that's quite important. Always have a bucket of water on hand anyway, just in case anything gets out of hand. And then once you've got your bucket, you can see the kettle's empty. We'll just right click on it, and now you can see it's full of water. It's not going to do anything for the moment, so what we need to do is go and have a look in our ingredients chest. And you'll remember that last time we used a distillery, we made loads of new ingredients. I've also stuck in the chest all sorts of other bits and pieces that we've collected over the last few weeks. So you can see there's all sorts of stuff in here. We've got Reek of Misfortune, Cactus Green, Vines. So we're going to start... Oh, I better tidy up my inventory first a bit as well. Just get these out the way. First one we're going to make today is called the Brew of Thorns. So we're going to need cactus green, going to need brown mushrooms, we're going to need oil of vitriol, we're going to need odour of purity, which I've got there. Yep, and you get that from burning the hawthorn saplings in the witch's oven. We're going to need roses, or red flowers, and we're going to need some mandrake root as well, which we've got plenty of. So those are the 6 ingredients that we need. I'm just going to move these other bits out. There's something else I've forgotten as well. Let's quickly pop back. We're also going to need to get ourselves some glass bottles so we can store these potions once they're made. So a glass bottle, you need 3 blocks of glass in a V shape. So we'll just move that one up to the corner, and that should give us 30 glass bottles, and that will be plenty. Now you can increase the number of potions that you get if you are wearing a witch's outfit, and we'll take a look at that next time. But for now, we'll produce 3 vials of potion for each one that we make. And all you do is use your throw key to throw the items into the kettle. So there goes our cactus green, and if we jump up we can see it's gone green now. In goes the brown mushroom, the oil of vitriol, and you get that from cooking foul fumes in quicklime in the distillery. Other ingredients in as well, finally the mandrake root, and you can see our potion is bubbling away there. You can see those green bubbles and that white smoke. If we right click on it with our water bottles, our empty glass bottles, you can see that we've got 3 brew of thorns. Wonderful, and that's all there is to it. Potions really easy to make, and once you've got the ingredients, of course. It took us a few weeks to get some of those ingredients, but really no trouble at all. Okay, so let's go and fill up our water bucket again now. Here we are. Right, another bucket of water. We'll go and stick that into the kettle. And then we will take a look at our next potion. We're going to try and do 3 today, and then at the end of the episode we'll go away and we'll have a look and see what these things do as well. So, I think what we will do now is we will have a look at the potion of sprouting. So for this we're going to need some rowan sapling, an alder sapling, a hawthorn sapling. We're then going to need mandrake root, we're going to need red flower, and we've got some roses there, and we're going to need a tongue of dog as well. Now this is a new ingredient that we haven't seen before. You get a tongue of dog when you kill either a wolf or a dog. Now the chance isn't that great, so you can speed it up using your Arthana. If you might remember, that's the kind of dagger that we created using gold way back in, I think it was episode 3. So you can use your Arthana to kill wolves, and that will speed up the chance of getting a tongue of dog. And I picked up a couple when I was fighting old Hornhead. So let's throw all these ingredients. In goes the mandrake root, you can see it's a nice brown colour, this one. In go the roses, in goes the tongue, a nice splashing noise, and there you go, it's bubbling away again, and we've got ourselves a new potion. So right click with the glass jars, 3 of those, and let's see, what have we got this time, hopefully. All being well, yep, brew of sprouting. Fantastic. And again, we'll take a look at that at the end of the episode and see what we can do with it. Right, 1 more bucket of water. Create ourselves 1 more potion. Fill that up and go and stock up the kettle. Right. Now don't forget to put out the fire if you're going to be leaving it for a long time, because you do not want it kind of taking over your base. Right. There we go, nice and full. Okay, and this time we are going to make ourselves a brew of vines. So we want to take some vines. We want brown and red mushrooms. So we take 1 of each of those. We want, what else? Tongue of dog, 1 of those again. We need wheat. And we need reek of misfortune, which you get from cooking alder saplings in the witch's oven. And there we go, we've got some of those as well. So those are our 6 ingredients for the brew of vines. So let's go and pop these, throw them now into our cauldron. And we'll see what colour this one is in a second as well. In goes the tongue of dog, oh it's green, right. In goes the wheat, and in goes the reek of misfortune as well. And there we go, another green potion, and bubbling away. Right click with our glass bottles to fill those. And hopefully, again, all being well, we will have brew of vines. There we go, fantastic. So those are the 3 potions that we're going to be creating this episode. Right, let's go and take a look quickly and just see what happens if everything goes wrong. So we fill up another bucket of water and we're going to chuck this into the kettle. And this time I'm just going to take some random ingredients out of the chest. So it doesn't really matter what we take. I'm just going to grab 6 random things. We'll have some saplings. I'll stick some of those in. What else? Some quicklime. Some cactus green. There we go. So we'll just go and chuck in these random ingredients into the kettle. There we go. And we see it's gone a brown colour. Throw in these saplings, throw in the quicklime, and now you can see that there's black smoke pouring out of the kettle, and that means basically that we've ruined it. And you can see it's got a funny yellow colour in there as well. If we decant that, it's just going to empty out, and we've just got a bottle of water, and there's nothing else in there. So absolutely nothing of use. You need to stick to the recipes, and you'll get some cool potions. But if you start getting the black smoke, you know that it's all gone wrong somewhere. Right, I'm just going to empty these unnecessary bits and pieces out of my inventory. I'm going to stick these potions on my hotbar, and then I suggest we pop outside and take a look and see what some of these things do. So let's go downstairs. Here we are. Hello folks. Right, here we are. We're out in the middle of the desert. Same desert where we had that fight with the old horned huntsman. And lots of space around us, so we can actually put some of these potions to the test. Now these are absolutely fantastic. They introduce some really good effects, much better than the some of the potions in vanilla Minecraft. Let's have a look at the Brew of Sprouting first. So I'm going to find a bit of space, right click to throw it, that'll do, and hey, look at that. So what the Brew of Sprouting does is it causes a massive branch to grow in the direction of the surface it hits. So you can see there, we've created a really tall branch. If we do it underneath us, so right click, throw the potion at your own feet, and it will throw you up in the air to the top of the branch. And that's really, really useful for getting out of trouble quickly. It's like an instant nerd pole. Very, very kind of good for getting out of a hole, or even escaping a creeper in a tricky situation. The other thing you can do is if we right click now, and you can see it sticks out sideways, so it will grow in the direction of the surface that you hit. And that's really, really useful as well, because you can use it to make a quick makeshift bridge, for example. If you have to get across a chasm, you can use it for getting between different trees in the jungle. Really, really useful. You can see every time it's a different type of wood. So we've got jungle wood there, and the other one I think was hawthorn or alder. So that is the Potion of Sprouting, and I'm sure you can come up with lots of great ways to put that to use. Let's look now at the Brew of Vines. So if we use it on the side of this tree, right click to throw it again, and you'll see suddenly we've got a load of vines growing up the side of this tree. So in that way it's a bit like an instant ladder, and again great for getting out of tight situations, great for getting yourself out of a hole, for example. If you're stuck down at the bottom of a mine perhaps, and you need a quick escape route, throw up your Brew of Vines and use it to escape. And we use it on different side as well. There we go. Now apparently in the newest version of the mod it will actually continue going, and it will break leaf blocks on the way up. Now that could be useful if you need to get to the top of a tall jungle tree, for example. In this version of the mod pack that doesn't seem to work, but in theory in the new version it will actually go right through blocks of leaf. So there you go. That's the Brew of Vines. I'm sure again you can find lots of uses. Now the Brew of Thorns. You can see when you throw it at something like a wall, it just bounces up and you can pick it back up. If we throw this one at the ground, you can see it sprouts a cactus, a 4-block tall cactus. And if you throw it at the same cactus, or any cactus for that matter, it will make that cactus taller. So there you go. Now, over here, a lot of the potions do kind of more than one thing. So if you throw this one at a villager, or I don't know, a cow, a creeper, a zombie, another player, you can see that it causes a cactus to spawn next to them. Now that didn't work properly, so let's try that again. Let's see if we can... Might be because it's on a corner. Oh god, he's making a racket. Right, let's chase him up here and throw him at him There we go. Okay, so that's what the Brew of Thorns is meant to do. It will create a kind of cage of 1 block high cactuses around your target. And that's pretty good for dealing a bit of damage. We'll leave him to his own devices now. So, pretty much, guys, that's what I wanted to show you this time. That's all of the potions that we're going to take a look at. We're going to have a look at some more next time. We're probably going to have about 3 episodes spent on potions because there are so many of them in the Witchery mod. Hopefully you found that interesting. I really like what some of them do. We're going to have a look at the, I think it's the Brew of Frost next time, and that is a really nice one. It encases your target in a block of frost. Anyway, I think that's all for now. We'll leave it there. So, thanks very much for watching. Do leave a comment in the video if you've enjoyed watching it. Let me know what you think. But that's it. So I've been Shadeslay. Bye for now.